Dr. Amelia Zhao stood at the viewport of the International Space Station, her eyes fixed on the shimmering object that had appeared in Earth's orbit just 72 hours ago. The alien vessel, if that's what it was, defied conventional understanding. Its surface rippled like liquid mercury, constantly shifting and reforming, yet maintaining a roughly ovoid shape nearly a kilometre in length. Dr. Zhao? The voice of her colleague, Dr. Yannick Dubois, crackled through her earpiece. The UN Security Council is requesting an update. Any changes? Amelia sighed, running a hand through her close-cropped black hair. Negative, Yannick. It's just sitting there. No attempts at communication, no signs of aggression. It's as if... Her words caught in her throat as a brilliant beam of light erupted from the alien object, engulfing the space station in a prismatic glow. Amelia! Amelia! Yannick's panicked voice faded into the background as Amelia felt herself being pulled apart at the atomic level, her consciousness stretching across vast gulfs of space and time. When the light faded, Dr. Amelia Zhao was gone. In her place stood a being of crystalline structure, faceted limbs refracting the starlight into dazzling patterns across the station's interior. The being that was once, Amelia raised a multifaceted appendage, examining it with a mixture of fascination and horror. When it spoke, its voice resonated with harmonics that made the very air vibrate. I am Zar'theen. We have chosen you, Amelia Zhao of Earth, to be our emissary. You will learn our ways, live among us, and bridge the gap between our civilizations. Do not be afraid. This is a great honor. As alarms blared and her crewmates rushed to the viewport, Amelia's new form began to dissolve, drawn inexorably toward the alien ship. Her last human thought before being fully absorbed was a mixture of terror and exhilaration. What have I gotten myself into? Consciousness returned slowly, like the gradual focusing of a lens. Amelia, or the being that had once been Amelia, became aware of her surroundings in layers of sensation, unlike anything she had experienced as a human. She existed now as a complex latticework of crystal, each facet a sensory organ more precise than any human eye or ear. The world around her was a symphony of vibrations, a kaleidoscope of energy patterns that she instinctively understood as the language of her new form. Rise, Amelia Zar'theen. A voice resonated through her crystalline body. Your integration is complete. Amelia focused her awareness, coalescing her form into a roughly humanoid shape. Before her stood another crystalline being, its structure more complex and multifaceted than her own. I am Xylos, elder of the Zar'theen. The being introduced itself. We have brought you into our collective to serve as a bridge between our civilizations. Your human memories and experiences have been preserved, merged with the cosmic knowledge of our people. Questions flooded Amelia's mind, each facet of her new form seeming to hold a different thought. When she spoke, it was a cascade of harmonic frequencies. Why me? Why have you done this? Xylos's form rippled, a gesture Amelia somehow understood as a sign of reassurance. Your species stands at a crossroads, Amelia Zar'theen. The path you choose will determine not only your fate, but that of countless other civilizations across the galaxy. We have watched your kind for millennia, waiting for the right moment and the right individual to make contact. As Xylos spoke, the environment around them shifted. The featureless void was replaced by a vast chamber, its walls lined with pulsating crystals of various hues. Each crystal, Amelia realized, was a living Zar'theen, their thoughts and experiences flowing freely through the collective consciousness. This is the heart of harmony, Xylos explained, the nexus of our civilization where all Zar'theen are one. Here you will learn our ways, our history, and the true nature of the cosmos. Amelia felt overwhelmed, her human mind struggling to process the vastness of her new existence. And if I refuse? If I want to return to my human form? Xylos's tone took on a somber resonance. The transformation is irreversible, Amelia Zar'theen. But do not think of this as an end. It is a beginning, a rebirth into a form of existence beyond your wildest imaginations. As the reality of her situation sank in, Amelia felt a complex swirl of emotions: fear, excitement, sorrow for the life she'd left behind, and an insatiable curiosity about the wonders she was about to experience. "I'm ready," she said, her crystalline form stabilizing with newfound determination. "Teach me." Xylos's form glowed with approval. "Then let your education begin. Welcome, Amelia Zar'theen, to the true nature of reality." Time lost all meaning as Amelia immersed herself in the collective knowledge of the Zar'theen. What might have been days or years passed in a blur of revelation and wonder. She learned that the Zar'theen were not native to any one planet or star system. They were creatures of pure energy, having evolved over billions of years to exist in harmony with the fundamental forces of the universe. Their crystalline forms were merely physical manifestations, vessels to interact with the material world when necessary. The true essence of Zar'theen existence was a state of quantum entanglement on a cosmic scale. Each individual was simultaneously a distinct entity and part of a vast, interconnected network that spanned galaxies. "Observe," Xylos instructed, guiding Amelia's consciousness to a higher plane of perception. Suddenly, Amelia could see the universe as the Zar'theen did. It was a cosmic tapestry of energy and information, each thread a stream of consciousness, each intersection a nexus of potential. Galaxies were not just collections of stars and planets, but complex organisms pulsing with life and thought. "This is incredible," Amelia breathed, her voice a chorus of crystalline chimes. "But why show this to humanity? Surely we're not ready for this level of understanding." Xylos's form shimmered with what Amelia had come to recognize as gentle amusement. "Are you not human, Amelia Zar'theen? And yet here you stand, comprehending the very fabric of reality?" "But I've been changed," Amelia argued. "Enhanced." "Enhanced, yes. But the capacity for understanding was always within you, within all humans. Your species teeters on the brink of a great evolutionary leap. We are here to guide you through that transition." As Amelia processed this information, she became aware of a discordant note in the cosmic symphony, a dark thread weaving its way through the tapestry, leaving chaos in its wake. "What is that?" she asked, her tone resonating with concern. Xylos's response was grave. "That, Amelia Zar'theen, is the reason we have revealed ourselves to humanity, a cosmic cancer that threatens to unravel the very fabric of existence. We call them the Void Eaters." The name sent a shudder through Amelia's crystalline form. "What are they?" "They are anti-life," Xylos explained. "A malevolent intelligence born in the spaces between universes. They seek to consume all energy, all consciousness, reducing the cosmos to a state of eternal entropy." Amelia felt a chill that had nothing to do with temperature. "And humanity? Where do we fit into this cosmic struggle?" Xylos guided her consciousness back to the Milky Way, focusing on a tiny blue planet that Amelia still called home. Earth sits at a critical juncture of cosmic ley lines. The choices humanity makes in the coming years will either strengthen the barrier against the Void Eaters or create a breach through which they can pour into our reality. The weight of this knowledge settled over Amelia like a shroud. "So that's why you chose me? To warn humanity?" "To guide them," Xylos corrected, "to help them understand their place in the grander tapestry of existence. But first, you must fully understand our ways. Are you prepared to continue your journey, Amelia Zar'theen?" Amelia's form pulsed with determination. "I am." "Then let us proceed to the chambers of resonance. There you will learn the true power of Zar'theen existence, the ability to shape reality itself through the harmonics of creation." As they moved through the heart of harmony, Amelia marvelled at the complexity of Zar'theen society. Each crystalline being they passed was a universe unto itself, yet all were connected in a dance of cosmic unity that defied her former human understanding. She was no longer Dr. Amelia Zhao, astrophysicist from Earth. She was Amelia Zar'theen, a bridge between worlds, and the fate of the cosmos rested on her crystalline shoulders. The chambers of resonance were unlike anything Amelia had encountered, even in her new Zar'theen form. As she and Xylos entered, the very fabric of reality seemed to thrum with potential energy. The chamber was a perfect sphere, its inner surface a mosaic of vibrating crystals. At the centre floated a complex geometric shape that constantly shifted and reformed, each configuration sending ripples of energy throughout the room. "This," Xylos intoned, "is the nexus of probability. It is here that we shape the very stuff of existence." Amelia's mind reeled at the implications. "You're saying you can alter reality?" "Reality, Amelia Zar'theen, is far more malleable than your former human sciences believed. Observe." Xylos extended a crystalline limb towards the central shape. As it made contact, the geometry flared with light, and Amelia felt a shift in the cosmic tapestry she had observed earlier. Before her eyes, a miniature star system coalesced from pure energy. Planets formed, life evolved, civilizations rose and fell, all in the span of moments. "This is incredible," Amelia breathed, her voice a symphony of awe. "But surely playing with the fabric of reality like this is dangerous." Xylos's form rippled with approval at her insight. "Indeed. The power to shape reality comes with great responsibility. It is why we have spent eons perfecting the art of cosmic harmonics." Over what might have been days or years, Xylos taught Amelia the intricacies of Zar'theen reality manipulation. She learned to attune her crystalline form to the frequencies of creation, to weave the threads of possibility into new patterns of existence. But with each lesson, a gnawing concern grew within her. "Xylos," she finally asked, "if we have this power, why haven't we simply erased the Void Eaters from existence?" The elder Zar'theen's form dimmed slightly. "The Void Eaters exist outside the normal laws of our reality. They are a paradox, a cancer on existence itself. To simply erase them would be to negate a fundamental aspect of the cosmos, with catastrophic consequences." Amelia pondered this, her facets reflecting the swirling energies of the nexus. "So we need a more subtle approach?" "Precisely," Xylos confirmed, "which is why humanity's role is so crucial. Your species possesses a unique combination of creativity, adaptability, and sheer determination. Properly guided, humanity could be the key to finally neutralizing the Void Eater threat." As Amelia absorbed this information, she felt a sudden longing for her old life, for the simplicity of human concerns and the warmth of human connections. "Xylos," she asked hesitantly, "will I ever be able to return to Earth, to see my family, my friends?" The elder Zar'theen was silent for a long moment. When he spoke, his tone was gentle. "Your transformation is irreversible, Amelia Zar'theen, but that does not mean you can never return home. In fact, it is crucial that you do so. You are to be our emissary, the bridge between Zar'theen and humanity." A mix of emotions cascaded through Amelia's crystalline form: joy at the prospect of returning home, fear of how she would be received, and a deep sense of responsibility for the task ahead. "When?" she asked simply. "Soon," Xylos replied, "but first there is one more aspect of Zar'theen existence you must understand. Come, let us journey to the caverns of memory." As they left the chambers of resonance, Amelia felt both exhilarated and apprehensive. She had learned to manipulate the very fabric of reality, but the true test lay ahead, bridging the gap between her new existence and the human world she had left behind. The journey to the caverns of memory took Amelia through the heart of Zar'theen civilization. She marvelled at the complexity of their society, a harmonious blend of individual consciousness and collective purpose. Zar'theen moved through their environment not by crude physical locomotion, but by shifting their very essence through the quantum foam of space-time. Communication was a symphony of thought and emotion, far more nuanced than any human language. As they travelled, Amelia observed Zar'theen going about their daily routines. Some were engaged in cosmic engineering, carefully adjusting the fundamental constants of reality to maintain universal harmony. Others were immersed in what she could only describe as art, sculpting pure energy into forms of indescribable beauty. "How do Zar'theen reproduce?" Amelia asked, realizing she had seen no obvious signs of family units or younger beings. Xylos's form shimmered with amusement. "We do not reproduce in the biological sense you're familiar with. When the cosmic symphony calls for a new voice, we collectively shape the quantum fluctuations to birth a new consciousness. Each new Zar'theen is both an individual and a reflection of our entire civilization." The concept was so alien that Amelia's mind struggled to fully grasp it. Yet she found herself adapting to these new ideas with surprising ease, her transformed consciousness expanding to encompass modes of thought that would have been impossible in her human form. At last, they arrived at the entrance to the caverns of memory. Unlike the geometric precision of other Zar'theen structures, the caverns were organic, almost chaotic in their formation. Crystalline stalactites and stalagmites pulsed with soft light, each one a repository of accumulated knowledge and experience. "Here," Xylos explained, "we store the collective memory of our civilization. Every experience, every piece of knowledge gained by any Zar'theen throughout our history is preserved here." Amelia's form vibrated with anticipation. "It's like an organic, crystalline internet." Xylos considered this. A crude analogy, but not entirely inaccurate. However, the caverns of memory are not merely a storage system. They are a living, evolving record of our existence. And now, Amelia Zar'theen, it is time for you to add your voice to the chorus of history. Before Amelia could ask what he meant, Xylos guided her to a small alcove where a cluster of crystals glowed with a soft, inviting light. "Touch the crystals," Xylos instructed. "Open your mind and let your experiences flow." Hesitantly, Amelia extended a faceted limb towards the glowing cluster. The moment she made contact, she felt herself falling into an ocean of memory. Her human life flashed before her. Childhood in San Francisco, her first telescope, the grueling years of study that led to her position on the International Space Station. But it wasn't just her memories. She experienced the lives of countless humans throughout history, saw Earth through a million different eyes. When the flood of images finally subsided, Amelia found herself back in the cavern, her crystalline form humming with new understanding. What was that?" she gasped. Xylos's tone was solemn. "That, Amelia Zar'theen, was the collected human experience as observed by our kind throughout your history. We have watched your species grow, struggle, and evolve. And now, you are the bridge that will finally connect our two civilizations." Amelia's crystalline form shimmered with the weight of this revelation. I understand now. The beauty, the pain, the incredible resilience of humanity. We've come so far, and yet you stand on the precipice of your greatest challenge," Xylos finished. "The Void Eaters approach, and Earth's fate hangs in the balance. Are you ready to return home, Amelia Zar'theen, to guide your people towards a future among the stars?" Amelia felt a surge of determination course through her faceted body. "I am. But how can I possibly explain all of this? How can I convince them of the threat we face?" Xylos's form pulsed with what Amelia had come to recognize as a smile. "You won't be alone. We will provide you with the means to demonstrate the truth of your words. And remember, You now carry within you the power to shape reality itself. Use it wisely, Amelia Zar'theen. With a final resonant tone of farewell, Xylos guided Amelia to a shimmering portal that had appeared in the cavern wall. Step through, and you will find yourself back on your Earth station. The journey ahead will be difficult, but we have faith in you and in humanity. Amelia took a moment to collect herself, her mind racing with all she had learned and experienced. Then, with a deep resonance of resolve, she stepped through the portal. The familiar confines of the International Space Station materialized around Amelia. For a moment, the stark contrast between the cosmic vastness she had experienced and the cramped utilitarian space was disorienting. Alarms blared as the station's systems detected her presence. Through the viewport, she could see Earth spinning below, achingly beautiful and fragile. Amelia realized with a start that despite all she had become, a part of her would always call this small blue planet home. The door to the module burst open, and a team of astronauts in protective gear rushed in, weapons raised. Amelia recognized her old colleague, Dr. Yannick Dubois, leading the group. "Stop right there," Yannick shouted, his voice muffled by his helmet. "Identify yourself." Amelia raised her crystalline hands in a gesture of peace. "Yannick, it's me, it's Amelia." The astronauts froze, their weapons wavering. Yannick stepped forward cautiously. "Amelia? But how? What happened to you?" Over the next few hours, Amelia explained as best she could. She told them of the Zar'theen, of the cosmic tapestry of reality, and of the looming threat of the Void Eaters. As she spoke, she used her newfound abilities to create small demonstrations, miniature galaxies swirling in the air, the fundamental forces of physics made visible and tangible. Initially met with disbelief and fear, Amelia's words and displays gradually began to convince her former colleagues. Yannick, always the skeptic, was the last to come around. "Even if what you're saying is true," he argued, "how can we possibly hope to face a threat of this magnitude? We can barely get along with each other, let alone unite against some cosmic horror." Amelia's crystalline form pulsed with gentle light. "That's precisely why the Zar'theen chose to contact us now. Humanity stands at a crossroads, Yannick. The very qualities that have brought us to the brink of self-destruction, our creativity, our adaptability, our indomitable will, are the same qualities that could save not just our world, but countless others." As the reality of the situation sank in, plans were quickly made. World leaders were contacted, emergency sessions of the UN were called, and Amelia found herself at the center of a global paradigm shift. In the months that followed, Amelia Zar'theen became a beacon of hope and a catalyst for change. She traveled the world, demonstrating the wonders of Zar'theen knowledge and the reality of the cosmic threat they faced. Slowly but surely, old enmities began to fade as humanity united under a common purpose. Scientific breakthroughs came at an unprecedented pace as Amelia shared carefully chosen pieces of Zar'theen technology. Clean energy, advanced medicine, and even the first steps towards manipulating the quantum realm became reality. But it wasn't all smooth sailing. There were those who feared change, who saw Amelia and the knowledge she brought as a threat to their power or beliefs. She faced assassination attempts, smear campaigns, and accusations of being a false prophet or alien invader. Through it all, Amelia stood firm, her crystalline form a constant reminder of the incredible journey that had brought her to this point. 5 years after Amelia's return, humanity launched its first faster-than-light spacecraft. As the ship broke free of Earth's atmosphere, Amelia stood at mission control, her crystalline form humming with pride and anticipation. Yannick, now the mission's director, turned to her with a smile. "I never thought I'd see this day. We're really doing it, aren't we? Taking our place among the stars?" Amelia nodded, her facets reflecting the joy and excitement that filled the room. "It's just the beginning, Yannick. There's so much more out there. Wonders beyond imagination, and yes, dangers too. But I have faith in humanity. We'll face it all together." As the ship disappeared into the depths of space, carrying with it the hopes and dreams of an entire planet, Amelia felt a familiar resonance. The Zar'theen were watching, their cosmic consciousness brushing against her own in a gesture of approval and encouragement. Humanity had taken its first real steps into the galactic community. The road ahead would be long and fraught with challenges, but Amelia Zar'theen knew that they were ready. Together they would face the Void Eaters and whatever other trials the universe had in store. As she looked out at the star-filled sky, Amelia felt a sense of completion. She was no longer torn between two worlds, but a true bridge between them. Human and Zar'theen, flesh and crystal, science and cosmic magic. She was all these things and more. The universe was vast and full of marvels, and humanity's greatest adventure was just beginning.